Young, innocent, happy and pure, contagious, sincere laughter, beautiful world, trustworthy, loving and caring people for sure. The green grass. Along my way. along my way.
Nubia, Nahlela, along my way through life.
Whoa.
I've come to realize that all things are shock.
A big welcome to all those who have gotten in. A big welcome to us all.
Hi, Dione.
Hello, Lanjo.
Olive, I see you.
Abunaw.
The Hunger Princess, I see you.
Along my way.
Okay, I will like to welcome us all and thank you so much for your prompt arrival to this wonderful and once in a lifetime occasion where all poets and poetic lovers will all be here to share this wonderful day, this World Poetry Day 2021. We want to inform us all that we are streaming live on Facebook, so you can just check on Facebook, go to Mottanni's page or my profile. You will see our live video there, and you can share so that your fans, your supporters, and also poetry lovers can join us as soon as possible, so that we can start in a matter of, let's say, we are giving 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes past 8, and at exactly 8:20, we are going to begin with our activities of today. I see you, Abunaw, I see you, Nubia, I see you, Dione, I see you, Makalonge, I see you, Sidonus, I see you, Nahlela Sanctuary, I see you, Wydon, I see you, Sophie's Voice, I see you, TD Chelsea. You're very much welcome.
Thank you, Mottanni.
But right now, right? And we believe that Jesus Christ is the answer to all fundamental issues of life, and that He's setting him free anywhere you are. Connect yourself, as it is happening here, it's happening anywhere you are. He has been commanded to rise up. Hello, he was using a crutch for the past 2 years.
I don't know if anyone can hear me, but I cannot hear anything, and I think that Honey has been speaking. I cannot hear anything. I just see his mouth speaking. I think something is wrong.
I hear you, Abunaw. I hear you loud and clear.
I hear you, so.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Somebody needs to mute their microphone. There's some noise from somebody. I don't know who.
I see you, Nahlela Sanctuary Mental Health.
Hello, hello.
Along my way.
Hello to everyone.
Hello, Mark. Hello, Alunge.
Hello.
Hey, Conrad, I see you. Njoke, Raisa, Wenyi, I see you. Mediator, I see you too.
Mottanni.
Yes, I hear you, Alunge.
Okay, okay. Have we started?
We are giving some time so that all of us can join. We are starting in under 6 minutes. By 8:20, we are starting.
Okay.
I have 8:14 by my phone.
Okay, okay, okay.
How far now?
Conrad, I see you.
Hello, everyone.
I see you, Dione.
Hello, Mottanni. I see you too.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Same here. Thank you.
Going to be a great evening for us all.
It is sure it's going to be.
Along my way.
Nangwing, you have to unlock your audio. Clinton, Ngong, we see you. Welcome to this poetry community.
Why are you asking me to unmute?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I am so happy we are all here today and we are all ready to make history on this particular day. Thank you all very much for taking out your time to join us on this wonderful celebration of World Poetry Day 2021. And I know most of us already have the program, and for those who haven't, you will get to you get to enjoy it as we unravel the program throughout today. And just to take a quick recap, I would like to say that we have very interesting things today. We are going to begin with a talk on the history and also the evolution of poetry and spoken word about the years. Then we are going to have another talk, 10 minutes. We're going to have another talk that will going to be on how poetry, we can use poetry to positively impact our community. The role of poetry in fostering community development, fostering peace, in fostering coexistence. Then we'll have a workshop, a very interesting workshop. We are all going to learn today the workshop how we can write our bio poems. Then from there, the floor will be open for amazing performances. You have a chance to share your poetry with the world. If you want to read it, fine. If you want to promote it, fine. If you want to slam, you want to use spoken word, fine. Remember, we are live on Facebook and on my page, Mottanni. You can always find it there so that you can share to get your fans and your supporters to join us as we are making history today in Cameroon. Thank you very much. I hope everybody is getting me. Please, if you are getting me, can you just raise your hand if you got what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So right away, we want to invite one of the great guys who has actually been one of the instrumentals behind bringing poetry to especially the Northwest to the limelight. He's going to be telling us about the history and evolution of poetry. So we want to call on him now to tell us about that. He is the person who came up with the concept of Black Swagger Poetry Slam, and he is the person that has been running Black Swagger Poetry Slam. But the producer, he has been the producer of Black Swagger Poetry Slam for the past 6 years, and he is a no-nonsense guy. He is a guy that believes that nothing can stop him except himself, and so if you try to stop him, you are in for big trouble. So we want to invite him now to begin and give us the history and evolution of poetry. From there, we are going to move on to the role poetry will play, the role poetry plays in building community and building development, fostering development, and also fostering peace at this very dying moment in our country. So I will call on Akumbo Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, let's how do they call this? Let's nod for Akumbo Uhuru Jones. He's somewhere so that he can join us and give us the history and evolution of spoken word poetry in the world. So let's give him a hand. Let's give him a hand. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have just been informed by Akubo that he's still trying to join us. The network quality is not that amazing, and also there have been no electricity in most parts of the country today. Yaoundé, most of our correspondents in Yaoundé are complaining of no electricity. Those in family, and also those in my four, yes, they don't have electricity. So, but for now, I think we have our next presenter for the day. Where is Dione Lefanje. Dione, are you ready for us? Are you ready to make our evening great?
Of course I am.
All right, Dione is a prolific, will I say a presenter? Will I say Dione is a poet? Will I say he is one of the authors of the new poetry book that is in the market and is already trending all over Cameroon and Africa? Dione is so many things. I guess she will also enlighten us on the amazing things she does in the poet, in the art world, and also in the business world, as she is going to take on this topic, the role of poetry in building communities, in fostering development, and also in building peace. So, ladies and gentlemen, while waiting for Akumbo Jones, let's take our the first presentation for the day. Let's give it up for Sharon Dione.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you, Mottanni, for such a wonderful opportunity to share with creative as my. I am very honored to be part of this program. So I am Sharon Dione. I am a poet, like each and every one of us, and the other things I do, we'll keep that aside. So let's dive into the topic of today. So I'm going to be talking on the importance of poetry, how poetry can affect, excuse me, how poetry can affect our society positively. We all know the definition of poetry. Poetry is a form of literature which, adds meaning, it uses aesthetic to add meaning and value. But personally, poetry as life is poetry. Why? Because each and everything we do is a form of poetry. Most of us don't realize it, or most of us don't know it, but every little thing that we do, there is poetry in it. I'm going to quote a friend and a big sister of mine we had today. She earlier said, she goes by the name Donna Fabin, and she earlier said, poetry chooses you. And I believe that because each and every one of us, we have a message we carry. And poetry differs when it comes to probably, let me say, geographical backgrounds, when it comes to different cultures and society, poetry differs. So you really cannot give a certain standard to poetry. And that is why, to me, I'm sure poetry means different each and every one of us here, but people usually say poetry is life, but I'll say life is poetry. And every little thing that we do has a form of poetry in it. All right. Words, we all know that words have power. Like there is power in words, and everything you say comes to pass. And we can what our ancestors did was a form of poetry. You know, they used to tell us stories by sitting around the fire, and they'll bring to us stories of wisdom, do either things of the past or things that are actually happening or things that are about to happen. So that was a form of poetry. Africans, or let me put it this way, Africans' form of poetry is it's about transferring knowledge about things that have happened and things that will happen and things that will help us as we go on this earth, because they have lived and they have walked through this path, and the best they can help us is to transfer knowledge, is to transfer wisdom, transfer the experiences they have shared. We can take, for example, in the likes of people that we've probably heard of and most of us look up. We have Martin Luther King, X. We have people like Maya Angelou. Some people have look up to people or persons that lived like Nelson Mandela. All those people were poets, and I can go on about explaining a form of poetry that we all saw in their lives. They carried a message. That message was their drive that kept them going. Martin Luther King gave points against the Catholic Church, gave points against message in everything he said. He had those who were coming under him. So they too can carry. First of all, what I want to highlight is, as Africans, one of our ways or our form of poetry is transferring wisdom about things which have probably happened, or things which are about to happen, or things which are going to help you in a particular moment or help you live in a particular era. Also, I earlier mentioned like poetry is its users. There are certain poems which I have written, like I really cannot explain the inspiration behind, but the reactions I get from people makes me believe that it was a message I was carrying for a certain people, either to heal those people, either to guide those people, whatever it is or whatever it was. But it really made me believe in the fact that poetry chooses people because we all have certain we carry. I'll take, for example, Mottanni. If you listen to Mottanni's poem, Mottanni is an activist, and he's doing everything strengthen his people, because right now we already know the state of the country. We are in a crisis, and how we live as a people, how do we survive as a people in this current situation, the country, and how we transfer, we impact, we feel our people with this wisdom, with this knowledge which has come to us from our ancestors, and this help them, this guide strengthens them. This, if you listen to Along My Way, I think he was playing it at the background. We all his poem piece, his messages that he carries. You like he is who stands for the people. He is someone who speaks for the people. People like, all right, we don't have anyone who is ready to tell us about what the people are going through. I am, and I am standing. When I hear his poems, I think of someone like Malcolm X. Maybe he is a reincarnation of Malcolm X, but in Africa to perform another role. Yeah, I know just few examples about. I think Njoke Raisa too is here. Motami, am I right? Is Njoke? All right, Njoke is another beautiful poet, and if you listen to her poems, I think she's following her big brother, Mottanni, focused mainly with, let's say she's more about the feminine, Africans, we have forgotten who. Now the world is more of a key world or a patriarchy system, while really in those days, especially Africa, doesn't mean that women were the ones leading. No, men still led with a lot of assistance from women. Divinity of the woman too. As they were. Full of Shaka Zulu. But if we dig deep, like really into the history of Shaka Zulu, Zulu's government, Zulu armed females. His advisors were all females, and that's why it was called for the white penetrate into his system. And the best way they could deal with him is blasphemy. They tried to tarnish his image. So what in the nutshell is poetry is very, very important. The words we carry, the words we put out, fire in people. It heals people. It guides a lot of people. So I really want us to take it seriously. Our messages are not taken lightly. In one way or the other, it is adding value. It's either devaluing your people or it is adding value to your people. So know that when you're putting a message out there, be very intent about what you are trying to put out there, because in one your people or it's going to add value to your people, because life in a whole nutshell is to singing to rapping, every art, painting, dancing, sports has poetry in it. The basis of all this art is poetry. Before poetry, and I think poetry is being reborn. This is the where you go, they hear us, they see us. They have to now see the importance, because we are the main people. We are the bearers. We are the carriers. Whatever word you want to use, but know that we are the bearers and we are the carriers. So whatever message you put out there, it's two ways. It is your people or it adds values to your people, because words are seeds. They are very important. So I want us to, this evening, probably if you've not been, if you're not sending your message out there with an intent, please start doing that today, because you're either devaluing your people, value to your people. From the beauty, the rhythm, the tonation, everything that comes with it, the main thing that goes behind each poem is the message and the intent, the energy, because that is what people are going to receive. That is what people are going to see. I've used example of a few people I know on this panel or on the platform right now, like Mottanni. He's an activist. He is the voice of the people. Anywhere people will see him, who recognize him as this is someone who stands for us, someone who fights for us, someone who is putting our voice out there when we cannot. So I really don't have much, but just to insist on the fact that poetry is very important and it is very significant, especially to us Africans. It is a means of firing with knowledge in our poems, and our poems either value or adds value to our people. So that will be it for me. And if there are any questions, I am ready to answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dione. We are grateful for you reminding us about the power of poetry. And we are also grateful for the fact that you are also letting us understand that whatever we send out there, we must have an intention. because I think without an intention, we cannot hit anything dead in the head. So if you don't have a target, then you cannot hit anything dead in the head. So we need to learn how to be intentional about the messages we pass out there so that we can refine ourselves first, because I always believe that our poetry first is for ourselves. Then we can refine our immediate family, then the community and the nation as a whole. We thank you very much. We thank you so much. We want to please, if there are any questions, now is the time to ask. Sharon Dione is here to answer every one of your worries. Please, we'll give just 2 minutes while we listen to the background sound so that we can also ask our questions or even do a contribution to what Sharon Dione just did. Okay, Lanjo therefore has raised his hand. Let's listen to what he has to say.
My name is Lanjo therefore. I'm a performer coach, creative director. That was a very beautiful presentation from Dione. I think apart from what she said about what poetry does to the society, I think the first and most important thing poetry does is or even gets out to the society, because each time you I think there's a certain kind of healing that begins with you, because each time you write, you are trying to express something, and it's a word has to be expressed. But because you are trying to express emotion, that societal healing from the performer themselves. So it's very beneficial to the performer itself. So when you are able to, and what you do, you might be aiming at the society, but at the end of the day, the benefit that comes to you is even way greater. That you see in the society that you express is the internal conflict in you that you are expressed.
Put out, ignites fire in
yes
people.
So secondly, another point I would like to see in the society that you express is the internal conflict in you that you are able to express. Mottanni, is it something and get feedback? I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's been
all right. Okay. What I would say is now it's like a and poets in particular. And now I think what we have more in doing is not just poetry, but we should seek to make poetry a little bit more participatory. Like we should look for opportunities or system where we can let our audience also participate, because it is in participatory that the healing is more effective. Just like participating, it's people find it easier or better or more satisfactory, or they get healed better when they are led to express their own worries, not just somebody. We might beautiful words because we are the but beautifully, that it will be a plus if we're looking for strategies to make our audiences able to also express. We should create the kind of platforms and come together, and then you make them create their own lines, and then I think that not just end at service societal, you also have mental and psychological issues. I think you might understand a lot to say here, because when you do that, I think it's participatory sometimes. Regularly, it's fine. That's my own little contribution.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lanjo for Sidionus. He is popularly known as Coach Lanjo, and he is an artistic director. He is a script writer. He is a creative director in general, and my personal coach. So I think Lanjo is trying to make us understand that while we are somehow telling our stories through poetry out there, we also need to try to look for ways to get our audience to be involved in the poetry that we do, and to get them to be part of the creative process, if I'm not mistaken, or because it will help them heal better. I think that's a great contribution, and also it helps us to understand that, okay, once we have been doing poetry, I think it's high time we try to see how we can also move towards creating, like they call it poetry therapy. So I think that is drifting us towards that direction, and how to also compose with the audience, be on stage, and you and the audience are doing the poem, or you and the audience are performing. Thank you very much, Lando. Thank you very much. Thank you. Are you getting me? All right. Okay.
Yes, I got you. Thank you.
Dione, you want to add something?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Coach Lanjo. It's a pleasure to meet you. I think I've heard about the name a lot. And finally, I get to see you and meet you. Of course, yes, it's that what you just said is very beautiful. Before it goes out, it starts with you. The healing process starts with you. Whatever message you carry out before it goes, it makes sure that it does what it has to do to your audience or to whoever it's coming for. It does the same thing to you, because if you don't feel it, you will not be able to bring out, you will not be able to express those words or know the kind of words to use. So it starts from you before going out to the people. And about the therapy poetry is so beautiful. It happens. Some audience are not ready for that, no matter how you try, while others are. So that too will also depend. And sometimes messages come like that. I will take, for example, during a poet night we had there, I was doing a poem, Love Me Tomorrow. And after doing the poem, my audience was like, why love me tomorrow when you can love me today? And that was how the poem Love Me Today was birthed. And it's a lyrical poem, which probably anytime from now, we're going to record, and someday I'll send it to you to listen. So exactly, you have those moments too that it happens and it comes like you're there and your audience react. They are so connected, and instantly another poem is birthed. So what you just said is so true, and I'm sure we can work towards that as well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that amazing presentation on the impact of poetry in our lives, Dione. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to wait any more time. We are still waiting. We are still waiting for our next presenter, who is Akumbo Uhuru Jones. But while waiting for him, I think this is 8:48. In 2 minutes, if he is not here, we go ahead with the poetry. We begin the workshop, how to write our bio poem. So I will want to engage every participant listening to us. Get a pen and a paper so that we can create something for you at the workshop. It's going to be a very short workshop, but very interesting, because the challenge with poets and poetry lovers is that we write so much poems about the society, about the ills in the society, but some about other people, and most times we don't have poems about ourselves. So the workshop is going to be involving creating a poem for you, a poem that talks about you. So get your pen and papers ready. In 1 minute, under 1 minute, we are going to begin with the workshop while waiting for Akumbo Uhuru Jones to join us, the networks related over there in Bambili, so that we can, from there, prepare your presentations and let's marvel each other and tell our stories in our own words, in our own way. Okay. All right. Are we ready? If you're ready for the workshop, let's just raise our hands so that we can begin. Okay, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, also I want to let us know that this World Poetry Day celebration that we are doing here is done in collaboration with amazing organizations. We have Graphic Fine Arts that is part of the organizing team. We have Gore Africa. We have also they call it La Liberté Arts Group is part of the team for organizing this particular conference on this particular day. And we have a couple of them. We have Gore Africa, we have Mapak by Stro Academy of Makalonge, we have Stage Life, we have Griot Hub, and we have other poets that are all part of this organization today. So it's a collective effort. This is not made possible by one person, but a group of organizations who are poetry lovers who are interested in using poetry to change their communities that have gotten us here today, this particular day. So, all right. Do we have our pens and pencils ready? Our pen and pencil and they ready? All right, we are going to write a bio poem. We are going to write a bio poem. And let's begin. All right. A bio poem is basically a poem about you that is just 10 lines. 10 lines telling you about you. So line number 1. So get your pens and your papers. Line number 1, write down your first name. Write down your first name. Write down your first name. Are we okay? Okay. Line number 1, write down your first name. Okay. We move ahead. Line number 2, write down 3 or 4 adjectives that describe you. Write down 3 or 4 adjectives that describe you. Separate them with a comma. That's line number 2. Write down 3 or 4 adjectives that describe you. Are you funny? Are you kind? Are you beautiful? Are you determined? Are you brave? Are you strong? Are you caring? Are you empathetic? Are you a good listener? Just write down 3 or 4 adjectives that describe you. When you're done, let me know. When you're done, let me know so that we can move on to the next part. Let me see the hands of those who are done. Okay, okay. 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 Great, 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 great. Okay, so we can move to the next line. Can we move to the next line? Can we move to the next line? Good, I see Sandy is done. Njoke Raisa Tangwe is done. Lanjo coaching is done. Great. I also see Kilem Clem, are you done? Dione, are we done? All right. Let's move to the next line. Okay. The next line. The next line. Line 3. Line 3. We are on line 3. You write down an important relationship in your life. Your important relationship in your life. You can either begin with daughter of, son of, mother of, friend of, or husband of, or wife of. Then you now write down the person. There, include the person's name. Is that clear? So line number 3, the line number 3 begins with the phrase, you are writing an important relationship in your life, beginning with the phrase of either daughter of, son of, husband of, wife of, friend of, sister of, brother of. Just choose one and then complete that sentence. That's line number 3.
Raisa, qu'est-ce qui ne va pas?
Are we okay? Are we okay? Wait. Okay. Line number 4. We are on line number 4. Line number 4. You are supposed to write down 2 or 3 things or people or ideas that you love. Write down 2 or 3 things or 2 or 3 people or 2 or 3 ideas that you love. That's line number 4. Line number 4. Line number 4, write down 2 or 3 things, 2 or 3 people or ideas that you love. No stealing of answer today. Okay. Njoke, Tangwing, Raisa, is everything moving according to plan? Okay. Line number 5. Line number 5. Line number 5 says, write down 3 feelings that you've experienced, 3 that you often experience throughout your day, throughout your week, or 3 feelings that you often experience, 3 feelings. Do you always feel joyful? Do you always feel loved? Do you always feel sad? Do you always feel afraid? Do you always feel calm? Do you always feel frightened? Write down 3 of those feelings that you often feel. Abunaw, is it going? That is the CEO of Ngore Africa Restaurant. She's doing great work there in Boya. Is it going according to plan?
It's lit. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Line number 6. We are on line number 6. Line number 6. Write down 3 fears. 3 fears that you have, or 3 fears that you've experienced in the past. 3 things you've been afraid of in the past. 3 fears that you have, or 3 fears you've experienced in the past. Write down 3 of them, separating them with a comma. It's line number 6. Okay, that's line number 6. Line number 7. Line number 7. Write down any one of your accomplishments. One thing you're proud that you've accomplished in this life. Write down one thing you're proud that you've accomplished in this life. Write down maybe you have composed a song or written an amazing poem. Write that down, or what you've discovered, or what you have accomplished for the short time you've been on this earth. Just write it down. Begin with who composed, who discovered, or who has done this, or who has accomplished this. Begin with who. Who has composed this, who discovered this, who has accomplished this, who is proud of doing this. Begin with the who, please.
Along my way.
Mottanni, can you please come again?
Okay, we are on line number 6. No, line number 7. We say your line number 7, you need to write down an accomplishment that you're proud of. Something you've accomplished that you're proud of. And begin with the who. Maybe who did this? Who did that? Who composed this? Who discovered this? Who accomplished this? Just begin with the who and write down any accomplishment that you're proud of. Any accomplishment that you're proud of. Okay, time up. Line number 8. Line number 8. Line number 8. Line number 8, you need to write down 2 or 3 things that you want to see happen or you want to experience. Write down 2 or 3 things that you want to see happen or you would love to experience. Write down 2 or 3 things that you want to see happen or you would love to experience. Write down 2 or 3 things that you will love to see happen or you will love to experience. That's line number 8. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're doing great so far. You're doing so great this far. And I want to applaud you for going right, for almost completing our workshop for today. We have 2 more. All right, line number 9. Line number 9 says, write down your residence, where you are staying, your residence. where you live or where you stay. Where you live or where you stay. That's line number 9.
Hello, Mottanni. Please, I did not get line number 8.
Line number 8. Okay. Okay. Abunaw, line number 8 says you need to write down 2 or 3 things that you want to see happen or you want to experience. Write down 2 or 3 things. That's line number 8. 2 or 3 things that you would love to see happen or you would love to experience. Are we okay, Abunaw? It's raining cats and dogs here in Bamenda. It's raining cats and dogs. It's a beautiful day. Great, great. Okay. Can we move to the last line? Okay. I think Raisa and Njoke is asking for the 4th line. The 4th line. Let's go to the 4th line. Line number 4, Raisa says you're supposed to write down 2 or 3 things or people or ideas that you love. That's line number 4. Write down 2 or 3 things or people or ideas that you love. Choose. Either you write 2 or 3 things that you love, or you write down 2 or 3 people that you love, or you write down 2 or 3 ideas that you love. That's line number 4. Then somebody is asking for line number 1 and 2. Line number 1 and 2. Yeah, we are aware that the internet is really, really shaky here. So line number 1 is your first name. Line number 1 is your first name. Good. Line number 2 is 3 or 4 adjectives that describe you. Line number 1, your first name. Line number 2, 3 or 4 adjectives that describe you. Are we okay? Okay, okay. You're welcome, Yembe. We see you. We see you. Yembe 4. Carl Leslie, the CEO of Yems Group, of YG Incorporated, one of our greatest enterprise development companies here in Cameroon. Okay. The last line, line number 10. Line number 10 is your last name. Write down your last name. Line number 10 is your last name. Write down your last name. Line number 10 is your last name. Good. So I'm going to just take a quick wrap up of what the lines are, so that you can just check and make some corrections. Then at the end of it, we are going to also like to listen to those who want us to listen to what you've just done. If you've written a bio poem, bio from the word biography, therefore you've written a poem about you. So we would like to listen to those who would like to share their bio poem with us. So let me take the lines again. Line number 1. Line number 1, your first name. Line number 2, 3 or 4 adjectives that describe you. Line number 3, an important relationship in your life, beginning with daughter of, mother of, son of, friend of, sister of, or brother of. Just begin with one of them. Line number 4, 2 or 3 things or people or ideas that you love. 2 or 3 things, people or ideas that you love. Line number 5, you write down 3 feelings that you've experienced. Line number 5 is 3 feelings that you've experienced. 3 feelings that you've experienced. That's line number 5. That's line number 5. 3 feelings that you've experienced. 3 feelings that you've experienced. That's line number 5. Line number 6, you're writing down 3 fears that you've experienced. Line number 6 is 3 fears that you've experienced. Line number 7, write down an accomplishment that you're proud of. Beginning with who did this, who proposed this, who discovered this, who is doing this. 3 accomplishments that you're proud of. Line number 8, you're writing down 2 or 3 persons, 2 or 3 things you would like to see happen or you would love to experience. Write down 2 or 3 things that you would love to see happen or you would love to experience. That is it. Line number 9, you're writing down your residence, where you live. And line number 10, you're writing down your last name. You're writing down your last name. Awesome. 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 Okay. So why we give some time for us to wrap off, I would like us to listen to a poetry piece sent to us by one of our poetic lovers here in Cameroon. They couldn't be with us to present live, so they sent us a video. So I would like us to savor while others take time to complete their bio poem and share with us, preferably after this video, please.
Hear my voice, father of my son, from amidst the noise, buzz, and fun. I'm far away from my hometown, far in a tomb deep down. The answers will never be satisfactory, so tell my children a good story. Hear my voice, father of my son, from amidst the noise, buzz, and fun. I'm far away from my hometown, far in a tomb deep down. The answers will never be satisfactory, so tell my children a good story. Tell them I'm sorry.
I hear your voice, but I feel like you're talking from above. Is it you I see in the sky, or am I looking at a dove? Where did I go wrong? Why did you have to leave me all alone? You promised you'd stay, and now you're nowhere in my home.
My destination seemed bright until my destitution annulled my flight. Here I am, lover of my youth, builder of my strength, my life, my hope, my glow. The kisses still linger on my lips, and I hunger for your warm embrace.
Oh, mother of my son, my woman, my champion. With just me and the kids, it's really tough to carry on. Gina is crying. Princess could not believe she even thought I was lying. My neighbors keep visiting, they fear that I'm dying. But how can I when our kids on me are relying?
Tell a son who loves to run, I'm in a place of peace, though far beyond. Father of princess, my lovely daughter, teach our daughter the laughter of her mother. Tell them I'm in the sky watching from the moon. Teach our children not to pry and teach them to be good.
Oh, princess is strong. She gets that from her mom. Every night to my room she'll come just to sing me a song. The same song we used to sing when from wine we were drunk. And with her brother, she'll dance the same way we did on the lawn.
It's been a long time, but never a time when I haven't mused on the time we used to wine and dine with the little ones in our little house, with what seemed like an ounce of milk and a pound of meat.
Oh, my love, where are you with my morning kiss? Your breath on my hardened lips I truly miss.
Where are you with your hands just to grasp and feel? I'm on my own with my wounds and no one to help me heal.
Here I am, defender of our home, ever so close, ever so true, but with my chapter closed. Open to another and love that other. Let her be your healer and mother to our daughter and her brother. Let her tend that wound so peace be found, till you all can join me in the moon.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Did we enjoy that? Did we enjoy the poem?
Oh yes, yes, I did. It's such a powerful poem. I did enjoy it.
Okay. That is a poem from one of our one performer on Black Swagger Poetry Slam. It's Sandra and Ngong and Njuh. It's a they wrote a poem, the two of them. And since she could not be with us because she's in Kumba and the network is not that good, she sent that piece so that we could serve her. Now, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, who would like to share their bio poem with us? Who would like to share their bio poem with us? Who would like to share their bio poem with us? Anybody?
Hello.
Yes, Makalonge.
Yes. Please. I'm sorry. I got really disconnected. What is a bow poem?
We just wrote a bio poem in the workshop part of this this wonderful event today. A bio poem is from the word biography, which means a poem about yourself. A poem about yourself. That's a bio poem.
Ah.
So we just wrote it together.
Okay.
So Mark, let me just run through, because the bio poem is a poem about yourself that is just 10 lines, 10-line poem about yourself.
Okay. I'm sorry. The network was really bad. I got disconnected.
It's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So the first line of the poem is simply your first name. For a bio poem, the first line is your name. The second line is three or four adjectives that describe you. The third line is an important relationship that you're part of, daughter or son or father of any of the relationships you're part of, beginning with that daughter or son of, father as father of, or husband of, or wife of. Then line number 4, you're writing down 2 or 3 things or people or ideas that you love. That's line number 4 for your bio poem. 2 or 3 things, people or ideas that you love. Then line number 5, you're writing down 3 feelings that you experience. 3 feelings that you often experience. 3 feelings that you often experience. Line number 6, 3 fears that you often experience or you've experienced before. 3 fears that you often experience or you've experienced before.
Okay.
Line number 7, you write down an accomplishment that you're proud of, an accomplishment that you are proud of, accomplishment that you have actually accomplished that you're proud of. Beginning with who did this, who composed this, who discovered this or that, you feed it there. Line number 8, 2 or 3 persons, you write down 2 or 3 things that you want to see happen or you want to experience. That's line number 8. 2 or 3 things that you want to see happen or you want to experience. Line number 9 is simply your residence. Your residence. Line number 10 is your last.
Where you live.
Line number 10 is your last name.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. That's your bio poem. That's a bio poem you write about yourself. Okay. So who want to share? Who want to share? Oh, I go do tumbu pizza man. Who want to share their bio poem with us? Okay, okay. Tumbu, boss, calabash, chica, belle, pam. Is Abunaw of Ngore Africa, Ngore Africa Fashion, Ngore Africa Pepe, Ngore Africa Restaurant. Would you like to share your bio poem with us? Can you share your bio poem with us?
Yeah, I can share.
We'd love to.
Although,
we would love to hear
oh
it.
my God. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Olive, strong, loving, beautiful, inspiring, daughter of Pa Abunaw Edward, loves love, compassion, communication, giving, energy, love, power, afraid of procrastination, poor health, and failure to save. Who is founder and creative director of Ngore Africa? Who is founder and president of Cameroon Young Women Leaders? Who is Africa represented activist for women's rights and economic empowerment? I would love to see women fully represented in all spheres of influence in Cameroon, Africa, and the world. I would love to see African women not shaming their beauty, but being proud of their beauty and wearing it proudly. Lives in Limbe. Thank you.
Thank you, Ngore. That is Abunaw Olive from Ngore Africa. I think she has set the pace, and that was amazing, giving us her personal bio poem that encompasses her fears, her accomplishments, and what she would love to see happen, and also where she lives. We would have loved to add a phone number on that, but not yet. Okay. I think Ngore has set the pace in an amazing way. We'll take just two more people who will share their bio poem with us. Then we'll move to the most interesting part of this show, which is poetic presentations, spoken words, and all that. So please, I will still do and pick. Let me see if I can pick someone who would like to share with us. Kilem, would you like to share with us?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I could try.
All right.
Good evening, everyone. And sorry about my voice. I'm down with the cold, so
it's okay.
I might sound off.
All right.
So, thankful, strong, sensitive, passionate, smart, son of the famous thankfuls who believe that we are more powerful beyond measure and that diversity is more of strength than it would ever be a weakness, who feels calmness, sensitivity, and amazing, tears, loneliness, confusion, and poverty in caps, who is the author of A Broken-Hearted People in an Unrepentant Nation. I would love to see equality more practiced than preached in the society and in the world at large. We would love to see economic growth in Africa as a whole, and Cameroon in particular. Lives at GRA Upstation in Bamenda, Bongwa. Thank you.
Thank you, Kilem. Thank you for sharing your bio poem with us. That is something personal. Those are things that are personal about you. And thank you for sharing it with this poetry community. We are very, very grateful. Thank you very much. I enjoyed the part where you say you dread poverty in caps.
That's serious.
No, Graham, poverty is a bitch, so we just need to dread it sincerely. Poverty is none of us. Thank you so much. Thank you. I would like to find out also. Conrad, Njuh, would you like to share with us your bio poem? Conrad, Njuh, can you share with us your bio poem?
Hello.
No.
Please, what's a bio poem, by the way? I just got in. I've not been following.
Shock.
Okay, a bio poem is a biography, which means a poem about you. Biography, when they say somebody's biography, it means a story about their life. So a bio poem is a poem about your life, about you. It encompasses your fears, it encompasses your aspiration, it encompasses your accomplishments, also your name, your residence, adjectives that describe you.
I don't think I have a poem like that.
Yes, we just wrote it. We were at the workshop part of the seminar, so everybody who, I know that the internet is not, the network is not that good, so everybody who was with us has written, because it contains just 10 lines. So we gave the instructions and they wrote, so I thought you were part. But gradually, you'll get to join us. So let's get another person who can share their bio poem with us.
Let me share.
All right. Lanjo wants to share his bio poem with us.
I'm not very good. I'm not very good with performing. I can make others perform, but all right. My name is Nahlela, made of black, crazy, empathy, and kindness, son of Yahweh, crazy with love for Papa, Mama, family, and mankind. Come with empathy and love, yet I fear my ego and the unknown. I birthed Lanjo coaching. I want peace, calm, and progress. I live in the rain hills, Damben, Lanjo. No clap. Mottanni, I talk on a muted microphone.
Okay. I say we are happy you shared with us, and the line that strikes me is the part where you say you are crazy about the love for mama and daddy. So you are mommy's son and daddy's son. Oh yes.
Really?
Oh yes. Right. We've listened to Kilem, Tamfu Kilem, and we've listened to Lanjo Sidonus. One more lady, and we move to the presentation part of this show. One more. Okay. I think we have Yembe Info has sent his bio poem to us. He has sent his bio poem on the message side of it. Can somebody read that for us? The message, if you check your messages, you'll see Yembe's bio poem. Nyangha, can you read that for us? Nyangha Sandy, can you read that for us?
Hello.
Nyangha, are you there? Nyangha is not there. Can we, Conrad, Njuh, can you read that bio poem from Yembe to us?
I can't find it. I can't find it in the chat.
Okay. All right. Since it's already on the chat, we can always get to it later. We need a lady, one more lady to give us their bio poem so that we can continue. One more. Sandy, we're waiting on you. Okay, Sandy is not there. Sandy. Dione, can you share your bio poem with us? Dione, can you share your bio poem with us?
Come again.
Can you share your bio poem?
Mine is very scattered. You know, I was kind of lost. I'm not sure I have a lot of lines. But if that's okay, maybe I'll share with you the few lines I have.
Can you share with us?
Okay. Dionaire, intelligent, brave, humble, loving, caring, courageous. Wife of Meng, joy unspeakable. My children, my husband. Joy, love, empathy. I fear not knowing, hearing, doing. Who published an anthology? Who is content manager for Apex Anthology? I would love to see the change I yearn for people going back to their roots. Our lingua taught in schools. I hail from Limbe, Lifanje. Thank you.
Mottanni on mute.
Mediator, you want to share your bio poem with us? Mediator BJ. Mediator BJ. Okay. Okay, we are at 9:35. 9:35. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This wraps it up for the workshop part of the show of the celebration of World Poetry Day 2021. And remember, this is brought to you, if you're following us live on Facebook, it's brought to you by a group of organizations passionate about poetry and about change that is enhanced by poetry, which include, you have Griot Hop, you have MAPAC, Maestro Academy, you have La Liberté Arts Group, you have Graphic Fine Arts, you have Ngore Africa, and a couple of other points that you're enjoying here this evening. So we have, this is 9:36. So 2 more minutes and we move to the presentation. So if you have a poetry presentation, a spoken word that you plan to do for us tonight, it's time you sharpen your eyes, get yourself ready, because at 9:40, 3 minutes, 9:40, we begin with the poetic presentations for tonight, so that the world can savor your story, the world can savor your write-up, the world can savor your poem presented by you. So let's just take 3 minutes so that we can prepare for that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that beautiful musical piece has ushered us into the last but most interesting part of our celebrations of the World Poetry Day 2021, which has to do with performances and presentations of poetry and poems and spoken word this particular evening. So we have a list of presenters that are supposed to grace our platform today. And ladies and gentlemen, in no distant time, we get our first performer for the evening. Just hold on, as we get amazing performances this evening. Easy Chi, I see you. Thank you for joining us this evening. Ba Alora Achu, thank you for joining us this evening. Who is doing us our first piece? Who is doing us our first piece? Lanjo, can you do us our first piece for the night?
You do that, really? Give me a moment, please. I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to do this. I'm not a very good performer, as I said before. I would like to ask you for your opinion. What kind of poem do you want me to perform? Love, friendship, societal issues? What? I want you to choose for me.
Let me see. What would I love to see Lanjo's face? They would like to see your emotional face. Can you do us a love poem?
Jesus Christ. Shock. All right. Okay. It's a love poem then. Sorry, I'm just going to read. I'm not very good at memorizing. I always write and forget a lot. All right. So the title is her figure.
Oh.
Yes. All right. It came like a dream. No, a vision. The picture was dim. I doubted the vision, but to give up never my intentions. I meditated with the expectations to demystify and stratify the beam. My vision became a mission. Night after night, I forged and searched. Just like the sages, I turned every page. Miles away, I was lost, but she burnt like spice fire, and through the trees like a bliss in a breeze. I found my way. With her fragrance like a wild rose, I drew close. What is the essence? I thought to myself. In her presence, I would say, let me see your face. Grant me pull your veil. But I was only midway. I came very close. Behold, the finest art. They hung ornaments of fine stone on a figure of grace. Behind her veil stood two diamonds shaded with two lilies. Her hair lay peaceful like strings of a quiet guitar. I froze. I was looking for her, but I could not find you. Now you are here, but I still will not dare. Thank you.
Thank you.
Crazy.
Now you're here, but I still will not dare. Hey, Graham, no speeding.
Hard luck.
Hard luck.
Say hard luck.
It's crazy, you know. It's crazy how. All right, thank you.
I'm not going to say anything. I would just like the ladies to suffer and reflect.
Yes, let them talk.
And it feels like we may not have to say anything. We just have to receive it too.
Oh, really? Well.
Man, we had luck. What do we do?
Come on. Come on. I think you can take the bold step now.
You know, sometimes it's overwhelming. Like, it's overwhelming. You cannot just dare say anything. It's overwhelming. Like, the internal conflict is too strong and there's no way out. Anyhow, I will dare soon. Okay,
no,
I will
you
dare.
better dare.
I'm daring.
Yeah. Please do.
Okay. I just want to say that your future wife or partner will be so lucky. I mean, those words, if that is who you are, you're going to be such a loving partner to the woman that will be so deserving of such a person as yourself. You are amazing. We need more men that can talk love, see love, because women, sometimes we just suffer a lot because we don't get to see the men who see us like you just did. That was amazing. That was amazing.
I'm very expressive. Thank you.
Are you sure I'll not present the love poem tonight too? Come on, I need those appraisals.
You chose for me, young man. You chose for me. I asked. If you asked for war, I would have given you war.
Okay. Thank you, Lanjo, named for Sidonos. That's Coach Lanjo setting the pace with that amazing love piece. Really, really great. Really, really sensational. So I think we are going to move to Boss Calabash. Where do we go to?
This Naga Sanji. Hey, she just came. Let her present.
So I've been here.
Yes, I'm just seeing you now. I didn't see your video. So just present.
My video is off all this while.
Oh, now you're on.
All right. Okay. I think this makes it amazing. Whoever presents picks the next person to present. That's better.
Right. No, I don't.
It's Sandy for me.
You're just trying to make it fall on me. You're that mean.
No, not mean.
You are given the singular pleasure to choose who presents our next piece for tonight.
Wow.
Mottanni, please, can you please permit a teacher to join the conversation? She
Who is that?
She knew. She said she tried joining, but you did not permit her. So
please tell her to try again. Tell her to try again because I am on it, and anybody who enters the waiting room, I just accept. So tell her to try again, please.
Only if you have been cooking.
All right.
I'm cooking a poem. You have been walking to the pot and back.
Right.
All right, do I choose?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm always like, I work all the time. I was doing some things, but I'm here now.
All right. So I choose?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, Sandy, already, I guess. I don't
Okay.
stand if you're back.
All right, let me wear the cap. Okay. So I'm definitely going to take us away from love. Far away from it. Are we getting me?
Yes, we are getting you loud and clear, Sandy.
Okay, perfect. Here it goes. So I'm walking down the street, bustling and busying with these minds trying to make ends meet. My palms sweating and freezing at the sight of those I don't want to see. These cars, you know them, right? How the make your heart pounds, reminding you you've got no right to walk down when they are there, right? Their stairs drill bullet wounds into my chest, yet I walk on looking like I'm cooler than the rest. Hey, lady, come on. That's the voice behind the mask. The dreaded black mask that reminds me of how my brothers went. That day they visited my place and all we had to do was run. A brother not minding where the other was, for in our minds we had just one goal, to stay alive. The gun battles, the bullets, the sounds, the thunders. In my little corner, my heart's keeping like saying, this is the last I'm going to breathe. Alas, the sounds are over. From the little hole, like a frightened rat, after a prolonged storm, I try to find my way out. Yet my heart beats, making me to make a little prayer, though it beats more times faster. My eyelids twitch in a way that I can't see, because even my grandmother never told me what it means when two twitch at the same time. I waver, walking, hoping not to meet just he who stands right in front of me, and without a blink, nor a sign of remorse, he says, go pick up your brother. Start digging a place to bury him, because I trust he must be dead by now. I could say it felt like a doctor's pat on your back, consoling you for losing that child you prayed 10 years for God to give you and take away the curse of barrenness. I could say it felt like a bouncer's smashing life out of your toes and looking into your face, yes, expecting you to say, yes, this feels good. I can say my spirit left my body. And as I stare into their faces, I could see their faces easily shaping into monsters. I wanted to speak the pain I felt in my heart, to tell God there was no point creating the world at all. But I saw this thin line between me and death. And any word I utter is me inviting a bullet drill into my heart, sending me the way my brother went. Here we are. Come, I'm talking to you, he says again. You look pretty, can I have your number? In my heart, I say, yes, I can give you the number of 1,000 souls rotting on the streets and no one to bury them. Yes, I can give you the number of children rendered fatherless and mothers rendered childless. Yes, I can give you the number of people who have lost the desire to live, for the only thing they lived for was taken away by your bullet. Yes, I can give you the number of houses we have lost to flames you played with, turning an entire village into ashes. You are not my friend. The other one isn't my friend either. Maybe I tell you about the day they pulled my mother, dragging her like a cow down to slaughter, shouting in my face and telling me they're putting things in order. And for the first time, I saw tears in the eyes of my father. We know how the story goes, right? We were lucky she wasn't killed, but a ransom had to be paid. Chunks of money I never imagined we could raise. Then I wonder how you say you are fighting for me, yet I'm your biggest victim. We say we are building a future, yet our land is watered with the blood of toddlers, the ones who are supposed to lead the same future. How do I think right to forgiving when my mind is clouded with lifeless bodies of children? The fear of being born has become worse than the fear of being black, if you know what racism means. How do I think right to forgiving when I watch my own children breathe their last? And this has turned my womb numb. I wouldn't want to tell you about my desires because I know none of you really cares about how I feel. So don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you care. Don't tell me you fight for me, for none of you cares about how I truly feel. Don't give me that smile and never call me again unless you want to tell me that the war is over, because it don't do. We don't tire. Thank you.
I feel your pain. Mottanni, don't cry.
Don't do, boy, don't do.
Wow, Sandy, that was really wonderful.
Thank you, Annie.
That was great.
Thank you.
It was really, 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 really great. You know, see, please get my number from Mottanni. Anyway, you have to present. Just call me out at 10.
No.
Like I'm an official. I'm an official fan. I do this only to Sophie, but I think yeah now to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Kill I'm warning you. Stop doing that on my show.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
What's up with you?
No.
Just let this happen.
How can Killer move from Sophie to Sandy and Mottanni is here all through? Come on, guy.
Nah. It's okay. You'd find your own. Just keep looking.
Wow, Wakaman.
All right, Sandy, we are so elated by that piece. We are very much reminded of what we are going through, and we are very much encouraged to not give up and keep doing our little bits. If it means writing, writing is your own little way to contribute to foster peace, in this crisis, or to help avoid the virus. Thank you very much, Sandy, for sharing yourself with us and with the world. Grateful.
Sandy picks next,
okay.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sandy, who are you picking next?
I think I'll go for, if Lifanja is asking me who I'll pick next, then I feel like she wants to perform. So
you should not feel like, how can you just feel?
That's a very tricky one, All right, since Sandy has picked me, let me see. Okay. So I'm going to do this poem. I titled it 2020. And here it goes. It was a first impression. Like every other 31st, I impersonated myself into the new year. Trapped by my own prison walls, I became my mind's toy. I knew I was in for a ride. January was warm, sneaky and kerning, waiting to slide into my home. February tried and lost. Then came the cold hands of death, bloody March, leaving us hopeless, clueless, draining. Empty April cried for help, hailing Corona. As it drew its last breath, darkness covered the earth. May goes blind. Her only wish is to see the light. And then the universe answered. Pretty June carried the baby. She was kind. She kissed us with hope. Her perfume kept us as we danced through July. It was time to marry. August was beautiful. She bloomed and bloomed. Darkness was gone. And for a moment, all was forgotten. September came knocking. It is time to mingle. Let us come together to build. October showed up with its hammer ready to nail. We are all in the spirit to build. When November set in with warning signals of second wave, if not third wave, maybe fourth wave of the trendsetter COVID-19. Winter has come, December cried. Let us ride dirty or get slayed, she warned. And she said, I would rather be dirty December than dead. Throwing shades on death like it is some evil spell. Death is as good as birth, and boom. It's another 31st. We kissed, 2020 good night. That's 2020 by Sharon. Over to you all.
A shadow calendar.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
So who basically felt like that was a summary of your 2020? Because it's like she was taking me through almost everything that happened in 2020. And it's beautiful.
Thank you.
It was our last year's calendar.
Seriously.
Okay.
That's beautiful. It was so emotional, you know. Like,
thank you.
Sharon.
And I think these are the kind of poems we have to keep. Like, there is something I always say, literature tells our history more than history itself does. Like, this is a poem that maybe in 2100, how is that going to sound? Okay. In 2100, if somebody picks up this poem, they will know how our 2020 was. But maybe history would have twisted it their way and have what they want the children to know by then.
To know, yeah.
Yeah, so it's beautiful and it's worth recording. It's worth keeping somewhere for the future to always get back to it.
Thank you. Sure, I'll do that. Thank you.
I think this poem made me reflect a lot. Like, I want to think about how I went through the year, and it's painful. But I'm happy that at the end, there's a line she says that actually brings a lot of catharsis, a lot of purging. And she says, like, and we kissed 2020 goodbye. You know what I mean? We kissed something goodbye, and it's like, it's gone. Just by the fact, just by saying, it's like, okay, it's gone. Now all the pain is just gone, and everything is fine again. I think it's beautiful.
That's hope. A lot of hope.
Although 2021 are still shocked.
2021 is just a Pro Max version of 2020.
That's if you accept it anyway.
If you write the poem for 2021, it's going to mirror 2020 in many aspects.
Well, you know, it's true, but you know, 2020 did a lot of hurt to you, but it also taught you lessons. It also taught you how to adapt, how to fight back. You know, so I don't think it will mirror a lot. Just
that's true.
Taught you to be tough.
We learned to adapt.
Those things that broke you, you just find an easier way to fight them back.
Exactly.
Right. I want to say thank you very much for that wonderful one, Dione. I want to say welcome to Angle Pride B. Welcome to Laura. She's been here with us. TB Chelsea, we see you too. So I think, Dione, you have the privilege to choose our next presenter to help us with their words. Yeah, play with words and manipulation with words to form melody and symphony.
Oh yeah, choose your choice.
We've had two girls already, so let's not be unfair. I pick you, Mottanni. Over to you.
Motata, aka Tani.
I don't think choose coordinator.
No, you are not the one coordinating.
We don't know person be talk to. We don't check out.
Okay. I will do what I do, and definitely during this crisis.
Abakwa breeze. Sorry.
I will mute you, Perry. No try again.
Should I be support sound saying more ta.
Okay, Usai peace.
Yes, let's do Usai peace. Let's remind ourselves and also inspire ourselves.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Are we getting the intro? She's not in the house. I have searched. She's not on the streets. I have checked. She's not in the speeches I will be making. Neither is she in the conferences and seminars I will be organizing and attending. For I have followed her tracks to the top of Mount Fako, down to the valleys of Rivandonga, and they told me there, she is not here. For our streets have become so empty, filled with that suspicious silence so rare, I am consumed by fear, and I wander so dirty, and ask I dare, whose I peace? She's not in a language I would speak. She's not in a culture, nor in your league. She's not in the government you have been blaming. Neither is she in the political parties like they keep affirming and saying. For I have knocked at her door and that of her friends, though her enemies consume me from within, softly killing me with a smile, and they said, she can't hear. Permit me take you through history, down till you understand the story that sounds like misery of the why Ruben Omyobel, Rudolph Douala Mangabel gave their life, and why John Bufoncha, Emmanuel Bella Lifafa Endele, Solomon Tando Muna made a strive, and why the spirits of Mwalimu Julius Kamberage Nyerere, Zin Jomo Kenyatta, Patrice Emery Lumumba, Noel Isidore Thomas Sankara, Namdi Azikiwe, Felix Houphouët-Boigny, and Nelson Rolihlahla Madiba Mandela will all rise here this season with one question. Is this what we gave our lives for? Please, make way for peace. My heart raged when I watch mothers mourn their husbands and sons, or when I pass another corpse lying on the street and all I can do is pass and curse and not caring in essence that I am becoming heartless. So I ask in reverence, where is peace? Tell me, has she gone in search for the people's rights? Or is the Senate in session tonight? Or has she left us for another faraway land where it can reign and rule, not caring who has the might? Woman, haven't we had enough? This road has been so tough. With droplets of bullets, we now recklessly call popcorns like rain on my roof. Or has she left us now that it has become really, really tough? She stands there and says, here I am, take me if you may. For you sent me away when you decided to reciprocate the hate. You shot me away when you started nursing plans of revenge and let rage push you to the way of the savage instead of reciprocating like a sage. You sent me packing when you let him treat you with contempt when you were on the first date hoping a magic wand will change the ill fate. I dwell not in cultures, nor languages. Neither do I dwell on the street or in your house. I dwell where there is justice, honesty, equality, and respect for humanity. Search for me and you will find me dancing with love, white like a dove, soaring high and above, waiting for you to make the first move. Dread my absence, for in my absence, all you will have is war. And this thing called war, old men start it, young men fight it. In the end, nobody wins it. You may think you're doing it for your country, but the very few self-centered and egoistic individuals are those who want it. Where is the glory of the former days? Why has savagery percolated our streets, bringing even the innocent to their knees? Where are you? Tell me, whose I peace? Then she sings, where humanity reigns over sovereignty and territorial integrity, there you will find me. Where competence reigns over nepotism and tribalism, there you will find me. Where I do unto my brother exactly how I want my brother to do unto me, there you will find me. Where the Son of Man is, there you will find me. Thank you very much.
Mottanni.
Mottanni.
Wow, pity.
Pity. More cry with you.
Anyhow, we don't shock him.
Blank, I'll be one pretend and love poem so that I'll get fine double you.
You remember this though?
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Mottanni, that was amazing.
Thank you so much.
That was incredible.
Thank you, man.
That was absolutely amazing.
Thank you. All right, I am giving the button to Easy.
That had so much pain, and as well, what Sandy did as well. I'm sorry that I didn't comment.
Okay. Let's move on to Easy. We are almost against time, but we need to get our presentations. Let's move on to Easy.
All right, go ahead.
Easy, give us.
Mottanni, your audio is not very good. Can you use earphones or something?
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Okay. Can you all get me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. First of all, I've heard 3 performances. One from Nyangha Sunday, one from Jifeni, I don't know if that's the name, and the other one from Mottanni. I don't know your personally, but I mean I know Sandy personally, sorry, but the other 2 people I don't really know them. So I want to comment on Mottanni's poem. I think it is so inspiring, and to an extent I felt almost lost in his words. I mean, it sounded like a call to us to get to work, to build our Africanness. I think that was more like, that was what I was feeling. Like we've been so lost for so long, and he was basically calling us to come back, something like that.
Sad piece.
So originally I didn't plan to perform anything, so I just wanted to watch. And sorry if you cannot get me when I'm performing, or I'm using a torch so you all can see me, since we live in times where electricity and other basic necessities are so difficult.
Oh,
all right. I'm not going to perform out of my mind. I'm going to read it, so you guys might not see me performing it. Okay, what I want to perform is a poem. I actually wrote this poem for today, World Poetry Day, and it is called Generation Z. Trying time is every time, everywhere, and in every place. We as a generation have glamorized freedom, romanticized sin and evil, made idyllic wrongdoing and evildoers, glorified scams and defrauders. We've made hate speech delightful, hating charming, and haters cool. Falling short of discipline, the rod is paid and has brought forth offspring who are intimate with their vices. Kids gone wild with juvenile sex, drug addiction, and murder. These are the mere pinnacle of their atrocities, and they are akin to committing worse. But what can we expect of them in a society with failing morals? We've become not so anonymous alcoholics, chronic internet addicts, crazy thinkers and chain smokers, substance abusers and habitual killers. We've become desensitized to feelings, the heresy of free spirit, the arrogance of the affluent, the lust in the realm of men. Men with government registered guns have been given the license to kill. These men will kill other men without weapons at point blank. The news is timid when they do, if they do report this iniquity. For as these dead go out of sight, they go out of mind. Mindlessly, we move on after sending thoughts and prayers. This keeps towards our lack of empathy towards human lives and become accustomed to the idea that not all lives matter. So it becomes easy for them to think, I could kill a mate. After all, I've seen several men killed by other men and nothing happened. This is a vicious epidemic. So I do not blame killer kids, for they are fruits of rotten seeds planted on defiled lands by highly immoral societies. Quite unfortunate though, I see the future. It is dark, grim, and gloom. Troubling times is every time. The reward for freedom marches and revolutions was for later animosity. From 9/11 to the Orlando shooting, the Arab Spring to the Rohingya Muslims, the Me Too movement to the I Can't Breathe, the Anglophone crisis to end SARS. Are these the signs of the end? Is an Armageddon really nigh? Or we crave the apocalypse so dearly our actions have become demonic in anticipation of the rapture? This is a memorandum of darker days ahead, but the Lord is coming for his children. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Isidore, for that amazing one.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Solemn, so impactful, and
you're welcome.
I mean, a lot of what we are facing, and giving us a solution at the same time. Thank you. Okay, so
you're welcome.
Isidore, you have a couple of people to choose to present next. We have Abunaw. Abunaw, have you presented already?
I see Mark Alunge here. I don't know if you've gone already.
Mark Alunge. We still have Mark Alunge. We still have Conrad, Njuh. We have Alora. We have TV Chelsea. We have Angu Pride, who is joining us all the way.
We have Olive.
We have Abunaw.
She has just been smiling and smiling.
So
I would like to go with Mark Alunge.
All right. Mark Alunge, you have been summoned to the National Assembly.
Hello?
Hello, we are getting you loud and clear.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I really had to say something before the performance. I really I know that we are out of time. Yeah, hello. I know we are out of time, but I just want to say that the performances tonight have been amazing. I've been listening and I've been really inspired. In fact, I have inspiration to write new work from what I heard. So I'm really glad for this opportunity. Okay, since there is a lot of pain, Sandra, especially from Sandra and then up to Mottanni, and also the last performer, I felt so much pain in the performances and from the crisis. So I decided that I'll try to do a piece, a spoken word piece. I'm sorry that my I don't look too good, so I don't want to switch on my camera. But I'm going to perform it like this. So
it's on your mind. It's on your mind.
My room is not the best looking. It's not the best looking, honestly. Okay.
Show us.
So I'm going to perform a spoken word I call 19.
Okay.
1919 is disaster relief. It was written in the context of the coronavirus crisis, but I believe that it can go as well for any other crisis. So without much ado, I'll get right to it. This is called 19 disaster relief. Life is like a jungle with a timetable. Some seasons are favorable and enjoyable, others unbearable from too much trouble. Yet every season is but a parable, like the Bible, except they are stories with lessons that must be believed to be understood. When trouble only seems to double and our cares become insurmountable, our worries get too audible to be labeled, that will become miserable and unstable. Uncertainty, how unpredictable, the creeping fear that causes us to tremble. No matter how ugly or horrible, we learn, we grow through every trouble. We learn that every heart is breakable, that we are not infallible, that every system is vulnerable and our philosophy is questionable. Uncomfortable makes us teachable, and trouble keeps us humble. But we also learn that every mountain is movable, that every task is doable, no challenge invincible, every giant conquerable when we decide we're able. For God, who is with us, is reliable. He is stable, available, and capable. A wise woman once said that life should not be about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the rain. Sometimes the brightest lightning comes from the scariest storm. Study adversity. In it, you may find a miracle. So turn your wounds into wisdom and hang on through the rain, for you surely see the rainbow. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but never gets you anywhere. I'd rather be busy than busy worrying. Fear has a large shadow, but he himself is small. Of all the liars in the world, the worst is our fears. We are more frightened than hurt. We suffer more from thoughts than reality. Fewer monsters are worth the fear we have of them. Nothing should be feared, but understood. So laugh, and laugh loud, for laughter is poison to fear. So get your information from sources that are reliable. Take action that is credible. Make decisions that are sustainable and live a life that is responsible and honorable. Do all the good you can for all the people you can, in all the ways you can, as long as you can. For courage is not strength to move on, but moving on without strength. We have to keep going to be growing, because if we are not growing, we are not living. So if you're going through hell, keep going. It's okay to not be okay. Be strong, for this too shall pass, and joy cometh in the morning. As long as there's breath in us, we will never be irreparably broken. So choose joy now and today, for joy is the healthiest response to life. God sends the dawn so we could see what might have been that could still be. Sometimes until we are lost, do we begin to find ourselves. So see the vase from the other side of the table. Run this race, make unpredictable acceptable. See no regrets, see lessons. Within calamity, see opportunity, not the measure retained, but the beauty that remains. Let our hopes, not our hurts, shape our future. So throw me to the wolves and I will return leading the pack. Life will not just happen to me, I will happen to it. So count each day a separate life. Write your story on this master play, for we are mortals in all that we fear, immortal in all that we dream. So let every moment be a new beginning. Today, you have 100% of your life left. We only live once. We only live once. But if we do it right, once will be enough. Thank you.
That was really great.
Never disappoint. That was beautiful.
That is enough for us to close the show today.
I'm telling you.
No.
That was really amazing.
No, Olive,
That was
Olive has
so
to
nice.
perform.
Don't try.
Makes me
That was
feel
really
like
amazing.
it makes me feel like I miss Tani's own.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
It makes me feel like Tani. I miss Tani's own. This is amazing. These are two people that I have much respect for poetry in Cameroon. Mark Alunge and Tani D. Those are people who encourage me when we talk about poetry in Cameroon. And Mark just nailed it. Like the words are still ringing in my ears, in my mind. I'm still listening to. If you
Honey,
throw
you
me
see, you
to
got
the
yourself
wall,
a fan.
I'll return with a pack, leading the pack. Yeah,
Oh
that is
shit,
the energy.
that was my line. That was my line. Don't say it. I was planning to say that. That was my line. I'm always calling myself Alpha to all of my friends, and now you've taken
Okay,
my line.
planner.
So
Just be planning.
That was
since
amazing.
people are giving lines, I will say my line is: we are mere mortals in what we fear, but we are immortals in what we dream. Oh la la.
Oh, stop.
When I feel scared, I just need to.
No, wait. We are going to do this. Now. From his poem, my quote: I am readily capable to conquer the unconquerable and question the unquestionable.
Yeah.
Oh la la. Oh la la. Awesome.
Wow, that's a big one.
So, part of punchlines.
La la. The girl is full of punchlines, true. Mark, you have to choose the next person to grace this stage today.
Okay, who is left, please?
We have a couple of people are remaining. We have Abunaw is still there waiting. If you end the show now, she's going to follow me in my dream. We have Angu Pride. Yes. We have I think Mediator BJ is there. TB Chelsea. So you can choose.
Choose your choice now.
Let me go with Chelsea. I'm hoping Chelsea. I'm really, really expectant as well.
Okay. Chelsea, are you there? TB Chelsea, we are waiting on you.
I'm afraid Chelsea is not there.
Okay. Then I think we should go with the next lady.
Hello.
Yes, Chelsea.
Chelsea is showing up.
Chelsea, we are getting you.
Oh, damn. We lost her.
Yeah, I'm here. I just think the connection is poor.
But we are getting you, please. Okay. While waiting on Chelsea, please, can
you get me?
Yes, we can.
It's clear her condition is really not the best.
Some days, where can we run to when everything seems?
Raise your voice a little, Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea is... She's trying and the network is not good. It's not good at all.
Along my way.
Okay. Can we get a piece from Angu Pride? Are you there? Angu Pride, can you get us?
Yes, I can get you.
Right.
Can you get me too?
Yes, we are. We can get you. We can get you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I have just been listening and been very good, so I've been going in and out of the call.
Okay.
But I have been so inspired by the pieces presented tonight. In fact, accolades to everyone that is presented so far. And hello.
Yes, we can get you.
Okay. Sorry, my network is not, my connection is not very stable.
Okay.
I've seen most of the pieces tonight have been around the crisis, be it COVID or the Anglophone crisis, and I just wish to take us a little bit out of that. And although the piece I wish to present will still be somehow inspired by that, because I had to move from Bamenda to Douala, and in Douala I have noticed a spirit that is unique in Douala, which is the fact that everyone is always in a hurry and everyone is always under pressure. And this is a piece that was being inspired by that, and it's titled The Chase. Is everyone getting me, please?
Oh, your mark, get ready. Fire.
All right.
Yes, we're getting
The title.
Yeah, you.
The Chase. All right. Everyone in a haste. No one has time to wait. Though it's not always the case, but we all go for the chase. Chasing the next big thing, going in circles about the same thing, hoping joy it will bring. Ideas popping like ding, 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 like an ever ringing bell. The sound we've come to know too well. Move, move, get out of the way, for I must catch the day. Days fly by so fast. Everyone fighting not to be last, competing with self and lot, trying to be in the center spot. Spot on assessment in the moment, shutting.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's not well.
got disconnected.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, sorry. Let's continue. Days fly by so fast. Everyone fighting not to be last, competing with self and lot, trying to be in the center spot. Spot on assessment in the moment, shutting down every comment and gunning for fulfillment, like nothing else matters but that moment. Moments pass and pass. We keep saying, move your ass. We move so fast, running round as shadows barely touching the ground, grounded in ideologies so fake, they make your mind quick, so stupid, they make your head spin. But we beckon and say, come in into our lives and take control. It's like we've placed work on patrol. It's taken the place of those who love us, that can work, take care of us. We have just been put on notice. If ageism must never be our accomplice, stop. Stop and take a beat in order to avoid the future heat. Heat is never comfortable. Nah. Still, I sit crunching numbers on my table, but I can't help it, just like an alcoholic. Drawn to the chase, I am a workaholic. Workaholics like me tell no tales. We dig our heels in till we get sales. Workaholics like me, no, we only seek. But in the process, what do we become? Shadows chasing the future to come, relying on known but self, trusting known but self. We keep going, and it seems there is no stopping. Saying shit like man must hustle, man must double to avoid trouble. Really, at the end, our lives are bought. Sometimes we are lost in deep thought, chills creeping down our spines, and loneliness with us forever dines. When will we realize we need people? Flawed, yes, but we need people. We need to stop being cynical and start being communal. Thank you. That's the end.
You know, your poem
Beautiful.
sounds like 8 a.m. at one point. It's 8 a.m. at one point.
Thank you very much, Paddy, for painting what we go through.
Sounds like my mind when my client is calling.
Okay, sounds like your mind when your client is calling.
He has a sick mind.
Thank you for painting our everyday life. It's not just in Douala, but I think everywhere around this country now, we are hurrying and we are actually missing the beauties of life because we are hurrying to catch things that we are not even sure we'll be able to fulfill our limited wants or our minds. We are actually missing the beauty, missing the love, missing the sun, the rising of the sun, just to hurry off for things we don't, for things that can actually not fulfill us. Thank you very much, Pride D. I know you're down by a cold, but you decided to grace us today. So we are grateful. We are so grateful. I think she has just gone off because her lines are not that good. All right, all right.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah. So we are going now to no. Abunaw show. It's time you show. I'm sure by now
I've
the
been waiting for
you've
her.
been cooking is ready.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, everybody has talked a lot about crises, and we have forgotten one big crisis that has really been troubling us, and that is rape. So I think I'm just gonna do the poem on rape. I think it's something that concerns all of us. It affects us all, because whether it was your mother or it was your sister, it was your neighbor, it affects us as a community, it affects us as a nation, as a continent, as a world. The poem I want to do is titled Generation Equality Stands Against Rape. So I think I've not mastered it, so I'm going to read it. But she permit me.
All right.
A painted poetry based on ideas from true stories of survivors, narrated as I. It's funny though, in just a few short seconds, my life took a whole new direction. My reality is now a shadow of my reflection. With just a blink of an eye, my life is now seen as a zone once damaged. It seems like all things I once held high suddenly changed. Oh, how I used to protect my beautiful image. No one will truly comprehend what left me that day. Though as we journey along this poem, I shall try to convey. I'll be diving into dangerous waters if I dare to illustrate the repulsive individual who made my whole life seem new. So let's scratch and erase that. I'll only dish out the horror I went through. Roughly, so roughly, yet abruptly, rough-handled against the wall, then came the slap and humiliation when I struggled to escape. I was dragged so roughly against the conquest stairwell at 1 a.m. in Manthi, when not a soul was likely to dwell, captured, tortured. At this hour, my dire situation had deleted any chance for the word escape. Shouting out loud to myself, I don't deserve this. This shouldn't be my fate. I whispered to my guardian angel, give me wings so I can fly away, but silence was answered as he invaded my deep reaches. Violently, my pride, he invaded and broke. I was like an innocent sheep that he used to slay as though for some rituals on me he pounded and poked. My mind bewildered and lost, he is filled with lust. He took another part of me with each and every thrust. Tears like beautiful diamonds painfully drained from my eyes, dancing awfully down my face. I gazed into his eyes, searching for where he had left his soul. My body shaking sternly into his soul, I searched with a firm look of disgrace. His devilish touch, like a vacuum sucking out the life in me. His ears had surely turned to plastic, but he wouldn't hear my plea. All alone, guardian angel gone, with the devil's agents that night, afraid, exposed, I was under a blanket of darkness, struggling, yet unable to even remember the scent of my favorite flower, the rose. The moon, the stars, once my friends, for they have sometimes served as a light to my path, they looked down at me, as though blocked to shine their graceful light through a massive blanket of stars. My mind brought them nearer. I could touch them. They were on my face, but no, they were really so far. Worse still, over and over. Like an evil doctor, he injected me with poison and filthy semen. He was deliberate, wicked, and overt. I better laugh now that I'm strong enough to talk about this. Yes, for a pack of trash is all he'll ever be. And the only thing that he ever accomplished doing in life was me. Oh, quite often when awake and it's very, very dark, sleep can't find me, lamenting on the thought that my dignity is no longer mine to keep. That the situation that others think of as their worst possible nightmare is now my gruesome reality that can't be undone nor repaired. I may have a pretty face, for people say I glow despite my age and sins, but only I know the ugly deep secrets I have held within. My eyes, you see, as pretty. Maybe so because they have seen more than they should and have cried long, delicate tears than anyone should. My heart, you refer to as kind, came with a cost. Terrible pains have existed in it and it has experienced the greatest loss. Can I erase all that? No. But I chose to use that event to which I succumbed, to use it to change and raise awareness of the ills and ruins that came with rape. Foolish men who rape must become wise and stop. I overcame the trauma and I'm strong today because I chose to focus on the present and change what is to come. Dear women, we may be different in appearance, but our patterns take the same lane. Most of us have in one way or the other experienced violence and abuse, and it left us with pain. Also, many diaries we've burned. We don't ever wish to recall. Yes, on each cheek, some tears must fall. But together, we can ensure rape and other forms of violence against women become a culture that exists only in history. If you but add your voice to mine, the next generation might experience equality with all men gentle and kind. Let's orange the world and put rape culture behind. Women have seen enough dark days. Let's change this generation and the next. We are generation equality and our results shall be the best. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Wow, Oli, that was really great.
Thank you.
When I hate listening to difficult things. So when you said you wanted to talk about rape, I always have this, I don't know how to call this feeling, eerie feeling.
Please be audible.
Can you get me?
Yes.
I said I hate listening to. Can you get me?
Yes.
Yes.
I hate listening to difficult things. So, and I hate talking about difficult things. So when you said you wanted to talk about rape, I had this very uncomfortable feeling. To know, like, I'm a man, and most men don't like hearing about women being raped, no matter what they tell you, because when you talk about it, subconsciously you feel guilty as a man, because you always think another man did that to you, and most women will just blame all men for the atrocities done by one man. But it was sad and it's true. Due to that, due to this feeling I have, like right now, I'm uncomfortable even listening to it. It has made so many victims not even capable of telling the story. It has happened in our streets, in schools, in so many places. Girls feel, oh, I don't know how the listeners will digest what I'm about to say. So they end up sitting with it, keeping it inside them, and it becomes a culture, like you said. It becomes a habit of rape, and especially in our African societies where most things are just taken for granted. If a kid even tell the authorities or even tell their parents that they were raped or they were physically assaulted or molested, they will simply tell you to just sit down and stop saying what you don't understand. That was really a great piece, and thank you for sharing such difficult things.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah. And for taking it right. And I pray that you just carry this message to your groups, to your discussions. Rape should be fought by all of us, especially the men, for, like you said, it makes every man guilty. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think just to add to what he said, like you say, it makes every person guilty, and that guilt should not frighten you. I think we should get used to hearing things like this more, and I think we should need to transform that to motivation to be able to talk about it more. And if we leave the fight for women, it's going to be very difficult for them. And so I think if men get more involved in the fight, it's going to be a lot easier to kick it out. I think so.
I really have to say this.
Right.
I'm out, I'm short, I'm speechless kind of, because rape is the one thing I have never written a piece about. I just cannot, because every time I think about it and I want to write it down, it's just disaster after disaster, and I'm always facing blocks because it's not really it's not only uncomforting to talk about it, it's diminishing to think of somebody having to pay the price from some other person being less of a human being, and it's really hard. And to see you speak about it and laugh while talking about it is a dream. I'm sure after this I'll be able to write a piece on rape, and I'll not be writing a piece on just rape. I'm writing a piece on moving past rape, because that should be something people should talk about much. We've focused on getting people who have been raped to come forward and tell their story. I was not focused on getting them past the trauma, and that's something we should really work on.
Yes, true. Thank you so much. I just like what you have said. You know, most of the time, stigmatization is what keeps people from telling their stories. Now, through my organization, I've heard a lot of stories, and it keeps increasing. And now it is affecting more and more young people and children. It is terrible. So I just think that the society's mind has to change. And if the society's mind refuses to change, it is our duty, especially as poets, we are people of motivation and inspiration, powerful inspiration that will make people's feelings and their conscience to be awakened. And so if we choose to start telling these stories, we will shame stigmatization. So people will stop looking at somebody like, oh, you are no longer the person you are. I mean, you are a broken person. If you have been raped, you have no future. It is a lie. It is in the mind. And once you defeat the thing that affected your mind and you start using it for power, like in Mark's poem, he said, he did mention of something like, you use your wound for gain, you use your pain for gain. And so if we start using that pain for gain, and the biggest gain you can use your pain for is using it to guide another person, like I enter this hole, if I speak out and something is done about it, another person can see that it's possible to survive and not feel as a victim all their life, but as a survivor who inspires other people to become stronger. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Olive. Thank you so much, Zichi. Thank you, Kilem. for throwing more light on that. And we know very well that the worst thing you can do to a person, whether woman or man, is to rape them. You're taking their life, part of their life. If you listen to Olive's poem, she said she died with each thrust from the guy. So it's terrible. Terrible.
It's terrible.
So as Lanjo has said, we should learn to use our rage for gain, use our rage, let our rage spur us to also be fighters against those who do this type of thing. So that should push us to talk about it, because we are poets, we are writers. We should talk about it too, encouraging the guys to get in the fight, because most rape cases are done by us. So we have to get into the fight.
That's true.
Thank you very much. We are almost getting to the end of this wonderful presentations for today, this wonderful celebration of World Poetry Day 2021. Hi to Buji Kefen, who just came in. I think we still have some points. I am seeing this guy, I think Kilem, you say you have a poem for us, and Conrad said he has a poem for us. So can you just do that so that we can be as fast as we can and get a word from Kefen, and then we round up, please. Kilem, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I forgot about this day, and until you sent me the notification 16 minutes late, and I joined. So I've been going through my backups looking for something to bring, and I found this piece. I wrote it, and I've read it just once. Nobody has seen it. It was written after George Floyd died, so it's racism oriented. And before we get to the poem, I just want to say that poets are the biggest in the field, in the domains of art, because it's just like painters. That's how poems come across. Your voice is like the paint, and your audience mind is the board. You paint a picture, and they see what you're saying. So I'll be reading the poem, and it's been long I read it, so it might sound awkward. Please just open your board so I can paint on. Thank you. So it goes, I can't breathe. Oh, please wait. I can't breathe. Please get off me. I can't breathe. Your leg is killing me. I can't breathe. Mama, please help me. Somebody help me. You're squeezing the life out of me. I can't breathe. I didn't do nothing. Please help me. I can't get up. Please let me go. I can't breathe. Somebody, anybody help me. I'm black and I'm dying. Nobody can do nothing, but I can't breathe. The chains on my hands. I am claustrophobic. Please get your knee off my neck. I can't breathe. God, please help me. Hear my cry. Because right now I can't breathe. You make me black and now I am paying for it. My skin tone is killing me. I can't breathe. My life being judged by my color, dying, and no one can help me. So maybe you could do something right now, because I can't breathe. Somebody call my mama, tell her I love her, because I can't breathe. Sir, please, I have kids too. You're protecting the streets. That includes me too. My son is gonna grow up without a dad. My daughter ain't got nobody to teach her how to drive, because I can't breathe. I am only human, and you're squeezing the life out of me. My belly is on the ground, my hand behind my back. I see my ancestors who came from across the oceans in chains. We are the minority. We carry out about our activities without fear. Though our parents paid the price, but still, I can't breathe. I see Dr. King waiting on the other side. He died so our future might be bright, so, but right now I can still breathe. Did he give his life for nothing? Somebody say something, and I'm gone. To live in the beyond, and you hug your kids while mine stay in the core. I am lost to the law, and you saved by the system. I am dead, and you feel safe. Your children can breathe free. What about mine? I'm just a statistic. But now I got a family too. Like you, I have blood coursing through my veins and love in my heart. I am also human. I am a brother, a son, a father, and even more. You might not see it. You might not believe it, but in my heart and in my dying breath, I forgive you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that solemn one. Thank you so much for painting the situation. Thank you. Thank you, Kilem. Thank you for telling your story in your own way. Yes. Thank you. And by the way, just breath. Thank you, thank you. All right. Let's get. I think I want to say Christina Ifeoma, one of the spoken word poets, have been trying to join us. We have a lot of people that have been trying to join us this evening, but the network just is not permitting them. So we are also saying that we are celebrating together in spirit. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll have one last amazing piece from Conrad, Njuh. Then when we get it from Conrad, I think we can call it an amazing Poetry Day 2021. Conrad, you have the floor.
Hello. I wanted to present a piece on peer pressure, but the night has been a really sad one. A lot of people have been talking about not being able to breathe, rape, and all the negatives. So I think I'll just go with the poem that shows a little bit of light. It's a piece I wrote and released on my birthday. That was on the 12th of March. It's titled, It Used to Be Worse. It's a little bit long, so bear with me. Okay. It used to be worse, but now it's better. Now I can talk about my difficulties and laugh about the obstacles I face. But it wasn't always about the smiles because the pains had locked me up in a maze. Depression almost caused me to slit my wrists, but somehow I kept clenching my fists, hoping that one day I will desist from solitude and finally be free. Free to walk about not without worry, but without a reason for people to feel sorry. So believe me when I say it used to be worse because I have evolved, of course. And so I always remember after every stormy weather that it's normal to be grateful for surviving the awful. It used to be worse, but now it's better. I'm not saying we used to starve because mom would never allow that. But now we have the possibility to eat to our fill and we have something to drink. Now it is better and so we are happier. We are happier than how we used to be, so we tell daddy and mommy one day you will be free from this suffering, we shall take away your burdens. Because it is better now, we appreciate the efforts of our parents as they toiled in the sun and in the mud to give us these lives that were once so full of strife. It used to be worse, but now it's better. Now, mommy can tell us about her worries without feeling helpless. And though we still are a little reckless and inexperienced, we love to the look in her eyes, the happiness, and we are glad we can turn to her in confidence. We have passed the periods when we got flogged and shunned at for the truth they said they weren't going to beat us for. And so we can tell our stories without worries, and mommy will always be waiting for more. Loving the camaraderie she sees in her progeny and always praying for more doors to open for all of her children. Now, we don't fight over the remote control nor grumble when mommy scolds, because we have learned to accept the wisdom of old passed in the wrapping of gold. It used to be worse, but now it's better. I used to be a sucker for attention and the love I really couldn't get enough of. Maybe I still am, but it's not at the level of desperation because I finally found solace in my isolation. It is better now because I can be alone without being lonely. I can express myself without sounding corny. I can make jokes for humor solely, and I can be with a woman without feeling horny. It was worse when we thought infatuation was love, so we hitchhiked on the ride of love, doing crazy but mostly stupid things to fulfill our fantasies, ignoring the intricacies of fine living and finding a purpose in a world filled with the verbose and pompous. It used to be worse, but now it's better. Now we can hold hands in the streets without fear of gazes or whispers that would come from prying onlookers. So we move about not because of the absence of fear, but because of the part to overcome it. Because the fear of failure has hatched a greater part to succeed. We still experience a lot of gainsay, but we won't let it lead us astray. Because we dream of paydays when ATMs will sound like railways. Now, it is better because we are no longer broke to the urgent 2K level, and we no longer blame the devil for our bad choices and decisions, and have learned to take blame for our indecision. We are not yet who or what we would have loved to become, but our younger selves would have been proud of what we have become. The end.
Amen.
Of course. That was really good.
Beautiful.
It was amazing.
Okay.
Wonderful. It was great. And
I
thank
hope
God we
all
are not
feel
at the 2K
lighthearted now.
level.
Well, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much, Conrad and Njoke, for giving us that wonderful, light-hearted piece this evening. We remain so grateful, so grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing evening, an amazing celebration for us all. And I would like to say, okay, we are above time by 4 minutes, and we want to end the show, but before then, one last word, 30 seconds maximum from each of the points that we have in the house. We need one last word because we have been watched live on Facebook. One last word to point out there, and one last word to your fellow of this community. Lanjo, therefore, you have the floor.
All right. I just want to say that I'm so grateful for this evening. I'm so happy that we all could put our consciousness together and try to help society. I just want to say that we should keep doing what we're doing, and we should be more intentional in what we're doing. It should not just be a matter of I'm doing poetry because it's a hobby, but we should keep looking into our societies and looking at those things that are wrong with our societies and helping each other so that we can live in a better society. I think we have more work to do. We see things happen every day, and that gives us a new opportunity to write something new every day. And we should not just write for ourselves, but I know some people have written things and they just keep it in their books, but we should learn how to write and get it out there. We should also learn to help others write out their pain and perform their pain, because when they do that, just like feel relief, they also feel relief. So it should not just be about us writing, but we should encourage everybody around us to be also expressive in an artistic way.
Thank you, Lanjo.
So
thank you, Wonderful. Thank you, Izichi. Izichi, you have the floor. 30 seconds for your last words for the show today.
Like he's frozen something.
Okay. Oh, he's gone. Dione, Sharon, Ifanje, if you're with us, can you give us your last words? 30 seconds. Okay.
Hey, honey.
Dione is with us. 30 seconds.
Thank you very much for this beautiful, wonderful opportunity. I just want us to know that whatever message we are putting out there, we either devalue or we add value. So I want us to be very cautious about the intent. And I really want to appreciate every one of us. We are beautiful poets in our own way, and each poem I've listened to has been wonderful. You guys are all amazing and wonderful people. And I look forward to hearing, working with every one of us. Thank you very much, and a good night, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dione. Kilem, 30 seconds, please.
Oh, I just want to say that it's been an honor. Like sharing the same space with all of you, it's been something. It's not only been eye-opening, it's been refreshing. Because just now, I finally gotten to say this poem in front of to somebody, and it feels nice. And it feels like I should find more ways to perform more. And maybe, just maybe, I might feel light every time. because now I'm going through my backup and I've seen the poem I wrote when I heard Mottanni perform at the Ministry of Culture, and I've not shared to anybody. So it's really been, I just want to say that art is life and life is art. So when you keep art, you're not living. When you auto up art, you're just existing. So maybe I'll be finding more ways to stop existing and start living. So Mottanni, keep me posted any day, anytime. I just have to bring my backup and I'll find something for the crowd.
I'll do just that. Thank you.
All right.
Conrad, can we get your last words for the evening?
Yeah, I think I don't think it was an opportunity, a great one to be part of this with greats like you, Alunge, and the rest. I just want to encourage us to also pay attention to the readers, because it's Poetry Day, but it's not only for us, it's for the audience who are able to experience what we write, even without them telling us what they feel or what they had experienced. But it's also for them because they appreciate us and they always keep pushing us. So this is also for our audience. I just want to thank them for all those who believe in poetry and who support all poets in Cameroon and Africa in one way or the other.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I remain grateful and honored for this opportunity that God gave us to share this particular evening together. We are grateful. We are so grateful. I am particularly grateful for all of you who took out your time to be with us. Some of them have gone offline, but they helped make this evening successful. Thank you to Ngore Africa. Thank you to Lanjo Coaching. Thank you to APAC, Stro Academy. Thank you to La Liberté Art Group. Thank you to Graphic Finance. And Easy is here. Easy, you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
30 seconds, one last word, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I got cut off, my internet got cut off. I really wanted to say something to Conrad, but I feel like he has left. Yeah. Oh, he's here. So, I wanted to say thank you for talking about one of the things which a lot of us don't talk about, which is poverty, and that really inspired me. Okay, so I don't know most of you. My name is Isidore, and I was really happy to be here today because I live in a part of Cameroon where many people don't find poetry all that interesting. So I usually lack people to talk to about some of the things I write, and even the few who listen always find it uninteresting. So I was just really, really happy. I got inspired by a lot of work today, and I hope we do this often. It was really a pleasure to meet all of you.
Thank you, Isidore. All right, ladies and
please, Mottanni.
Yes.
Please, just to say that I'm a coach, and if you have difficulties with your performance or your writing or how you can use your work affect society better, you can always get to me personally and work that out. Lanjo Coaching on Facebook and at Coach Lanjo Twitter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been amazing. It's been great. You all have been wonderful. We say thank you. Thank you for your time. Kefen, who just joined us, we say thank you. And may you have an amazing... The Poetry Day is about to get finished. Today is 11:13. By 12 midnight, World Poetry Day 2021 would have passed, but we have made history. We have celebrated the art that fits our souls, and preferably we pray in the future will fit even our body, we'll be able to generate income from this. We say thank you. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we keep writing, for the world wants to hear your story in your language, in your own words. So See you all next time. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night, 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 night.
Bomb.